Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our podcast, your favorite spot for making English learning feel totally natural and effortless. I'm Dr. Polyglot. My guest today is Peter.
Hey there, Dr. Polyglot. How's everything going with you today?
Hi, Peter. I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. How has your morning been so far?
Pretty excellent, actually. Very chill. I managed to enjoy a really great cup of coffee before we started recording. Always the best way to kick off the day.
Oh, absolutely. There is nothing quite like that first morning coffee.
So, Dr. Polyglot, what are we diving into today? I know our listeners are going to love this topic.
Today, we're tackling daily routines. It's an essential topic for anyone learning English because it's something we talk about constantly in real life.
Exactly. No matter who you are, you have a daily schedule, even if it changes a bit on the weekends. Discussing your day is the absolute best way to practice action verbs and time transitions.
Spot on. And before we jump into the main segment, a quick reminder, if you enjoy our episodes, please hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us grow.
Yes, please do. We appreciate every single one of you. Now, for today's episode, a listener named Sarah sent us a voice note walking us through her typical Monday through Friday schedule.
That's right. We're going to listen to Sarah's daily routine first. Afterward, Peter and I will break down some of the vocabulary she uses and compare her day to our own lives.
It's a fantastic way to pick up natural, everyday phrases. Are you ready to tune in, Dr. Polyglot?
Let's hear it, Peter.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah, and this is how I usually spend a typical workday. My alarm goes off at 6 o'clock a.m. sharp. I wouldn't call myself a morning person, but I have to be at my job early. First, I pull myself out of bed and head straight to the bathroom to brush my teeth and wash my face with cold water. That splash of water always wakes me up instantly. Next, I wander into the kitchen to brew a fresh pot of coffee. I really can't function without it. While it's brewing, I like to scroll through my phone for a few minutes to check my text messages, unread emails, and a bit of social media. After that, I head back to my room to get dressed. My office has a casual dress code, so I usually just throw on jeans and a nice shirt. Nothing too formal. For breakfast, I keep things simple. Just a slice of toast with butter and jam alongside my coffee, and maybe a piece of fruit if I have time. By 8 a.m., I'm walking out the door. I catch the local bus to work, which takes roughly half an hour. I usually pass the time by putting on some music or listening to an educational podcast. I arrive at my building around 8:30 a.m., giving me 15 minutes to settle in before my shift officially starts at 8:45 a.m. I work an office job, so my day consists of sitting at my desk, responding to emails, and focusing on various computer tasks for several hours. At noon, I pause for a lunch break. To save a bit of money, I usually pack a lunch from home, like a turkey sandwich or a green salad. I eat in the break room with my colleagues, and we usually chat and joke around. It's a great way to clear my head. In the afternoon, I get back to my projects and sometimes attend a couple of staff meetings. My workday wraps up at 4:30 p.m., and then it's back to the bus stop. I'm usually walking through my front door by 5 p.m. The first thing I do is unwind on the couch for a little bit, maybe watching a TV show or flipping through a book to transition away from work mode. Around 6:30 p.m., I head to the kitchen to prepare dinner. I actually love cooking, so I enjoy experimenting with new dishes throughout the week. Once dinner is finished, I clean up and take care of the dishes. In the evening, I prefer to spend quality time with my family. We'll talk about our days or watch a movie together. If the weather is nice, I might step out for a quick evening walk to get some light exercise. Before heading to bed, I take a warm shower and read a few chapters of a book. I usually turn off the lights around 10:30 p.m. because I try to aim for a solid 7 or 8 hours of sleep. And that's a wrap on my weekdays. Weekends are a completely different story.
Wow, a huge thank you to Sarah. That was a wonderful, clear breakdown of a standard workday.
Definitely. She did a fantastic job formatting her timeline using specific hours like 6 a.m. and noon. That makes it incredibly easy for English learners to follow along.
Exactly. Plus, look at all the high-frequency action verbs she used. Wake up, get dressed, brew coffee, commute, unwind. Perfect examples for our students.
I love that she admitted she doesn't like early mornings. I think almost everyone can relate to that.
Oh, completely. Dragging yourself out of bed is always the hardest part, but having a routine makes it easier.
For sure. And notice how she checks her phone while the coffee brews? That is such a modern morning habit. Almost everyone opens their apps first thing in the morning now.
It really is. Now, Peter, looking at Sarah's schedule, how does it compare to yours? Do you have a similar routine?
There are definitely a lot of parallels, though I sleep in just a little bit later. My alarm goes off at 7 a.m., but the sequence is identical. Bathroom, teeth, face, and then immediate coffee.
The universal coffee connection.
Absolutely. What about you, Dr. Polyglot?
Very similar. I'm also up around 7 a.m., and caffeine is mandatory for me too. I usually check the morning news on my phone while waking up, then I get dressed into a suit before heading over to work.
How about food? Do you eat a big breakfast?
Not too big. I usually opt for organic yogurt with fruit and a handful of granola. It's quick and healthy. What about you?
I'm a toast and eggs person, or a quick bowl of cereal if I'm rushing. Now, for the commute, Sarah takes the bus, but my office is quite far, so I actually drive to work. The drive takes about 45 minutes.
Ah, so you're behind the wheel. I take the subway to work, but my commute is incredibly short, only about 15 minutes.
Wow, a 50-minute commute is a dream. So once you arrive, do you dive straight into work like Sarah does?
Yes, the very first thing I do is pull up my email inbox and map out my priority tasks for the afternoon. So that part of my day matches Sarah's perfectly.
Same here. It's always emails first, followed by grading papers and creating study outlines for my students.
And what about lunch? Sarah eats at 12 p.m., but I usually wait until 1 p.m. I'm a big fan of bringing leftovers from the night before. It's just so efficient.
Leftovers are a lifesaver. I alternate between packing a lunch and grabbing a quick bite at a deli near the office.
And afternoons for me are packed with meetings, mostly video calls these days. I usually wrap up my workday right around 4:30 or 5 p.m., which aligns with Sarah's schedule.
I usually finish a bit later, around 5:30 p.m., but once I get home, I follow her lead entirely. I change into sweatpants, crash on the couch, and just decompress for 20 minutes. You need that mental break to separate work from home life.
Absolutely. Decompressing is vital. Then comes dinner around 6:30 p.m. I enjoy cooking like Sarah does, but let's be honest, some nights I just order takeout.
Oh, definitely. We all need a night off from the kitchen.
And finally, the evening wind down. Sarah spends time with family, watches a movie, or goes for a walk. I do the exact same. I love taking a peaceful evening stroll with our dog, and then I always unwind with a book before turning the lights out around 10:30 p.m.
That's my target bedtime as well. Getting those 7 to 8 hours of sleep is non-negotiable if you want to stay sharp. So, as you can see, even though we live different lives, our core routines are incredibly similar to Sarah's.
It just goes to show how universal these daily habits are. And for our language learners, mastering these simple phrases allows you to talk about your life with almost anyone.
Exactly. Think of all the incredible vocabulary we just practiced. Wake up, brew coffee, commute, answer emails, pack a lunch, unwind, read a book, and go to bed.
Plus all those essential time markers. We hope this episode gave you some great tools to describe your own day-to-day life.
Thank you all so much for spending your time with us here on the channel.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that share button if you found this helpful.
And before you go, we want to hear from you. Drop a comment down below and tell us what is one thing you must do every single morning as part of your routine. We can't wait to read your responses. Have a fantastic day, everyone, and keep practicing your English.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.